The fearful do fearful things. Rumors are deadly. It is something that plagues society pretty much as a whole. Due to all the technological advances and, social media, rumors spread faster than ever. People believe rumors can not only be used as a weapon, but in some cases, as a way of protection. In a lot of cases, if you know something, especially if you see it as harmful, you're going to tell somebody. That's how it all starts. However, this isn't necessarily a good thing. Subconsciously, you're putting someone on trial, and sometimes with little to no evidence. When mixing these feelings with the feeling of fear, that can end up causing something irreversible. Dark but softly lit. Echoes of the crowd of people gathered on both sides of the wide, open courtyard gate. A man nervously stands at the forefront of the gate, pacing. A woman arrives, making him cough in surprise. He greets her. She has a stern but almost serious demeanor. Intense. DK is the supreme chief of the special court. Instead of following the man, she looks around, looking at the worshippers and lights. This makes the bishop quite pleased. The people still have trust in them. DK, paying no real mind, asks for where she can find a tavern. The bishop stood up straight. The tavern here is only a home to drunkards, mud-raked and covered with lice. It's not a place for someone as important as her. He offers her, some of his wine. DK thrusts her blade into the ground. You failed to detail this in your records. He smirks underneath his breath. This is a personal request, she says. The bishop, seemingly impressed, says,
No wonder you become the youngest chief magistrate. You are not worried about upsetting the others? I've heard plenty of rumors about you.
DK shows no sign of fear, even though no one is irreplaceable. When reminded of how many people died to the plague, the bishop tells her that there is nothing they could have done. DK responds with, yet, doing something is better than doing nothing. The next setting takes place in a tavern. DK dropped by the tavern looking for someone who is capable of guiding her around. This guy named George volunteers. They walk through the streets and alleyways before DK breaks the silence. Is this the market? She asked. George confirms, however, due to the plague, it hasn't been taken care of. Not to mention the rumors of ghouls lurking inside, advising her not to go in. Rumors. Again. Due to the strange looks people are giving it, DK realizes this isn't a market at all. It's a graveyard. She makes her way into the alley under the tower, and she sees a mount covered with withered flowers. It has a decaying wooden cross protruding from it, crawling with ants. George doesn't recognize it. He doesn't remember that being there. He is then pushed aside by an older man, seemingly trying to protect her. He warns DK about the man, George, pretty much calling him crazy to his face and flashing him a stern look. She questions Malachi about this unreported death. Malachi informs her that they were in the process of it. DK nods. Malachi hesitates. DK is getting impatient. She audibly lifts and lowers her fingers on the hilt of her sword.
The deceased was a monk, Brother Chester.
George gasps.
I've heard some rumors. People say he's the one you've hidden away. The one that turned into a ghoul.
Malik hushes him before continuing, saying his death was due to a drunken misstep. DK notices. She asks him if there's something he's hiding. The old man spills the beans, saying that Chester was acting strange before his death. This, paired with a strange sighting of him and an odd smell, led to the rumor of ghouls. Ghouls? No way. They aren't real, he says. He's probably just a wizard.
But wizard or ghoul, we need to keep this a secret. We can't have the townspeople losing trust in us.
DK isn't swayed. This matter has to be investigated, no matter how difficult.
But the people need the comfort of reassurance, not harsh reality.
May I add, this is Giving Sunday from Honkai Star Rail. Just saying. DK, irritated, thrusts her sword at him, getting him to finally let up. I imagine she's holding the tip of her sword to his nose, or even cut off a piece of his beard. Next stop, investigation time. She slams the tip of her sword into the ground, asserting her dominance, of course. And there's a man shivering in his boots, and he bows to her, the lowest he's ever done in his life. She smirks, but reminds him he has nothing to be afraid of. She just wants to talk. She finds a suspicious book during the discussion, and she notices a loose paper. We learn that the monks like to drink. A lot. However, They're all kinda lightweights. It's a new day, and DK obviously seems more serious than before. She questions George about how the rumors began.
At first, someone said they saw Brother Chester roaming the cemetery at night. It's east of the city, within a forest of withered trees.
That used to be where they dumped the bodies during the plague. It wouldn't make sense for Chester to be there since he didn't lose anybody during the plague. The people's distrust only led to the further spreading of these rumors. DK hands George the paper she found in the book last night. It has a man's body on it with many annotations. She asked him if he recognizes the symbols. Mysteries of the Human Body. A book kept hidden. It details a variety of dissections performed on the dead. We return to the courthouse, but this time with George is holding a fancy bottle of wine nervously. DK reassures him that the monks did say that, moderate drinking is allowed, even though they are all lightweights and end up pretty much blackout drunk. It's go time. George slowly bows in front of the altar and starts praying for forgiveness. Malachi starts questioning why George came empty-handed. Something's not right.
You've come late, George, and empty-handed. Confess then, and our merciful Lord will forgive your sins.
With every excuse, Malachi's kindness fades bit by bit.
It seems you haven't truly repented yet. Have you no concern for those who pray for you?
Interesting. George reveals the wine under his robe and offers it to them. Malachi seems pleased. Look whose sins have been forgiven. Malachi downs the wine like a glass of water. He's now drunk and reeks of alcohol. DK is standing in the shadows. I had only a little drink. It's time. DK leans against the angel of the statue, brandishing her flaming sword. It gleamed like a blazing sun, with fiery fierce tongues dancing below the feet of the angel. It seems Brother Chester wasn't the only one who had a drinking problem.
That poor wretch. It wasn't me who did it. I swear.
He didn't intend for him to fall. He had nothing to do with the corpses. All the evidence is in the basement. The plague has been gone a long time, so if they don't say anything about it, people will just forget. Was he really just a wizard studying corpses? Time to see for ourselves. A room that smelled like burning tar and decay. Maybe he was telling the truth after all. DK presses a button and a secret table reveals itself holding knives, clamps, and covered in dried blood. Another notebook, the home of the loose paper. After reading the book, it's clear that Chester was in fact dissecting corpses, but he was trying to find a way to prevent the plague from repeating itself. However, he's not a ghoul, or really what you would even call a wizard. He was an arcanist. Hiding this, he worked in the shadows, and people then called him a ghoul. If what he was doing is noble, it's still a violation to dissect corpses. DK rests her flaming sword on the table. Your crime did not merit your death, she concludes. In the book, there are also records of corrupt monks offering prayers for gold coins. The monastery, which is usually pretty quiet, now hosted a throng encircling DK, their eyes wide with fear. DK tells the restless crowd to shh. She addresses the man in the back of the crowd. The man gets the crowd's attention as well. The man says that he heard she was coming to protect them. Another man chimes in saying something similar. DK reassures them that as long as she's here, they're all safe. The civilian tells her about the rumors of the ghouls. She, of course, asks for evidence. These people believe that Brother Chester is a ghoul and a wizard. And evil. DK tells them that he's literally just a monk. The civilians truly believe Chester is evil though, and he's out to get them. I wonder why. They just wanted to confirm he's, defiling bodies, so they just chased him. And before they knew it, he was dead. DK smiles. She can now perfectly piece together what happened that night. Time for a flashback. Inside the tavern, George is telling the people that he saw the ghoul and it's Chester. However, this happened after Chester had already fallen from the tower to his death. So I think we can assume this didn't happen long before this whole event of the courthouse thing took place. But obviously the civilians don't believe him. They said, oh, how can someone still live after falling from that height? George dares them to check his grave out for themselves. He says they have no reason to be scared, holding the amulet that he says he got from DK. This amulet is supposed to scare the ghouls away because they're afraid of sunlight. Now, may I remind you?
I swear, I never bought into their stories.
Look who's talking now. The men George was talking to dashed out of the tavern and headed to see DK at the monastery. Back to present time at the monastery, DK is proceeding with the trial. She heads to the altar and the crowd falls silent. Chester, a brother of this monastery, is dead. I stand here to contend that he was killed, and I shall preside as the prosecutor of this case. The accused is everyone present. Before she could present the first witness, a civilian chimed in. My lady, you promised to protect us. I am here now, protecting you, am I not? Protecting innocent people plagued by fear and rumors. You believed he was a ghoul. That's what the rumors said. We came to warn him, that's all. They all said so. She presents the second witness. A withered corpse was presented. Malachi condemns her for the grave sin she has committed. DK reminds him that her actions reflected the methods written in Charles's book. She did it to honor him. Malachi is still displeased, saying he's gonna report this. DK continues with the trial. His body is covered in multiple blunt force injuries, skin lacerations, and at the wound site remains soil and dry grass. It is now clear what really happened. The man in the crowd confesses. They hit him, however, they still claimed he didn't die. They claim he rose from his fall and was alive. And also, at that time, he was transporting a body. DK continues. She begins to question Father Malachi. She asks him if the meeting at the tower was just a coincidence. Malachi says that Charles arranged the meeting for them to talk. DK continues saying that Charles's plan was to copy his guide and to distribute it to the followers, bringing a revelation to the people. You remember everything Malachi said, right?
But the people need the comfort of reassurance, not harsh reality.
You can easily predict what happened next. Malachi doubles down. He's a wizard, and he blamed us for doing nothing about the plague. That night, even though Malachi thought those things, he still accepted Chester's wine. Malachi gave him a test. If he was capable, it would have been easy for him to remove the dust off the clock, which was conveniently located on a roof on top of a building, but he fell. He fell to his death, and Malachi continued to drink in moderation, of course. Judgment time. She declares everyone in the case of this silent murder guilty. And even still, no one was punished, because the fearful do fearful things. They are not only the culprit, but victims to their own delusions. In my opinion, there is no good rumor. Whether the rumor is good or bad, people are still going to start drawing conclusions whether they know the truth or not. In this case, it led to the murder of someone who was just trying to help. With little to no evidence, we are unable to draw fair conclusions. And if we're wrong, innocent people can be wrongly convicted. That's why it's important for us as people to manage what we hear and what we take in about others. Let's get to know people, because the person who could be sentencing to death could be innocent. Hey guys, I hope you like this video. I kind of want to do more of these. The first time was actually really fun and it did really well, and it brought a lot of new people to this channel, and it is now my second most liked video, and it's not even like my second most viewed video. It's my second most liked. That's insane. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like this, but I don't think I'm gonna do this like as often as you see me doing it now. I only wanted to like do 2 and then like do the next patch and then maybe do some more like in between the next patch, so that we have some variety on the channel where it's not just, you know, just me, just gameplays, because I do yap a lot, I'm not gonna lie, and I do a lot of like internal analysis, and it's fun to make videos where I just talk about the stuff I like doing. And it made me learn that I enjoy editing these videos way more than I enjoy editing my gameplay videos. That's why my gameplay videos don't have as many edits. But this one took me a long time. It took me 3 days. This video was supposed to come out yesterday. This video is coming out today. You're watching me current day, and this is when the video is coming out. So yeah, I'm really excited for the new patch. I'm gonna do Eric anecdote next, because everyone's telling me it's really good. Just to let you all know, that's the one that's coming out next, but that's gonna be after I've already started 1.6, because I kind of want to take a little breather in between these, and I still need to upload that Honkai Star Rail video that I've been hinting at for so long, where I actually like cried because I was so upset. But we're gonna get into that in that video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my TikTok. I'm gonna upload a couple throughout the week. I'm gonna try and upload them on shorts as well, but sometimes they don't do as well, so but I'm gonna try to do that as well. And check me out on Twitter. You know, you get to know about stuff before community posts do, because I try not to spam my community posts. Also, check out my Twitch. I will be streaming again. Don't know when, but I will be whenever the next Reverse 1999 patch comes out, I'm gonna be streaming that. So you guys should check me out on Twitch if you want to see my streams. Oh, check out the Discord. There's a lovely community. And you know, I'm trying to bump up the Discord. I feel like if we have more active users, it will be more poppin'. Yeah. So don't be alarmed if the Discord's kind of mewing a bit. But you know, I feel like when we get more people, like, because I grew it mostly with my Genshin Impact audience, and obviously I don't play it anymore, so I'm trying to get more Reverse 1999 people in there because I really like playing Reverse 1999 or Honkai Star Rail people as well. You like both games? Join. If you're Discord savvy and you enjoy Discord, join. So yeah, that's it, guys. And you know, I'm excited for the next patch. Hopefully the Star Rail video comes out soon. No Wither and Waves content till they patch the stuff. I'm just gonna play it on my own for now, and then when they patch it is when I will record videos for it. But until then, thank you guys for watching. Again, I really hope you like this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheko out.